Is it worth a buy? Let's read it, guys, let's read. As the lone survivor of a passenger jet crash, well, I was actually the only one on the actual plane anyway, you find yourself in a mysterious forest, battling to stay alive against a society of cannibalistic mutants. Build, explore, survive in this terrifying first-person survival horror simulator. Yep, it's the usual bullshit, because it's nothing like that at all, guys. Now, before I start talking about the game, it is very early access. Now, this one really is very early access. I mean, that's the trouble with it. It's a little bit too early access. I'm all for early access games, I am, because I think it's a terrific idea, especially for a lot of these small development houses who just do not have the money to employ people to help code the game and do the graphics and the animations and the sound and everything else. So they need money, and banks aren't lending money because of the recession that's global at the minute. And we don't want developers having to sign their souls away to some of these big horrible publishers. So this is a great idea. However, I wish they were just a little bit more honest and did themselves a bit more of a favour, because this game is nothing like its description. In fact, at the moment, it's barely playable. For starters, I mean, it's almost as if they've got the basics of every aspect of the game and just glued them together. They don't make sense at all. It's just kinda, yeah, there. For example, your plane crash. You're the only one on the plane apart from you and a kid. Nobody else is actually there. Yet when the plane crashes, there's bodies everywhere. Where they come from, I don't know. Obviously, they haven't got round to filling the seats in with people. Fair enough, I can live with that. You then get off your plane, and then you've got to try and scavenge around, which is fine. You scavenge around the cases and stuff like that. Then you give it an axe, and you try to chop down a tree, which is hilariously bad. The axe on the tree just misses all the time, yet it still hits the tree. It's awful. So I can live with that. And then you start to craft. Yes, it's got a very limited bit of crafting. You can build shelters, fires and things like that. You can see where there's other stuff going to be added, but there are a few buildings that you can make at the minute, but not a great deal. There's one of them which is a wooden hut, which takes a lot of logs, and the game wasn't saving for me at all, despite an update that says it should save. So I never got to really build it, so I can't really comment on the buildings, but there are few and far between at this stage of the game anyway. Everything's glowing, just because, now we live in a day and age where people are too fucking blind and stupid to know the difference between a twig and a fucking pebble. So, hey, let's have them glowing. Why? When did this happen? When did everybody become a moron? I just kind of woke up one morning and then developers thought, remember guys, everybody's a fucking moron now. Anything that can be picked up, make it fucking glow, because that adds immersion. Honestly, fuck off. Honestly, developer, Mr. Developer Man, if you're watching this, will you please stop making everything fucking glow that we can pick up? I am capable of rummaging around the fucking forest floor, picking up sticks and stones. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need a fucking glowing stick. I can pick that up. Honestly, I want to find stuff. I want to feel as if I'm there, So yeah, enough of that. So yeah, the stuff you can build fires and fire pits and traps and stuff like that. But it's all very, very basic and pointless at the minute. The cannibals just seem to spawn. You have the sea behind you. I'm building on the beach, the sea behind me, it's fine. And then next time I look around, they're all in the water walking towards me. It's like, what just happened there? Where did you come from? Some of them are in rocks. The pathfinding's hilarious. They sprint around. I mean, one of them was running round and round a tree. I was just counting laps for him. I thought he was doing some kind of workout. It was just, it's hideous. And then you get attacked and they kill you. But they don't kill you. They just capture you and throw you in a cave. And then you get out of the cave if you can. I actually fell through the floor of the cave and got killed. And that was my experience over with. So it's not really much of a playable game at the minute. It's way too early. There's not a great deal to show with it, and so I'm actually going to stop playing it now, and I'm going to come back maybe in 3 months' time after it's had a lot more love. Because at the moment it's not really much of a playable game. It's more of a frustrating nightmare. It's not that scary either. People were saying, "Oh my goodness, it's Dude, the Forest, it's so scary." No, it's not that scary at all. It's fucking frustrating. That's what it is. What I'll say is, if you are interested in this game and you want to throw your £10 at it in order to help the developers develop it, then go ahead, because it does look as if it could evolve into a really good game. It is only single player. There might be multiplayer coming, I don't know yet, but it does have potential, this game. It certainly does. The controls are fine. It's first person, which is great. You need first person in a game like this for the immersion. So it does have some good things ready for it. The ideas sound, it's obviously built around the ideas of Rust, 7 Days to Die, that kind of thing, the survival games. So it does have potential, but it's got a long way to go before it's anywhere near as good as Rust. So my advice is, if you want to throw some money at it to help the developers out, then go for it. But if you are looking to buy this game for £10 in the hope that you can have some really good fun with it, then keep away, because this game is nowhere near ready to be called a fun game yet. It's just riddled with bugs, and a lot of the stuff's so badly put together that it doesn't even make sense. So at the moment I'm going to give it the thumbs down, and I'm going to say no, The Forest is definitely not worth a buy yet.